What's going on? It's the Reelmasters here to hit you with another movie review. We're here every week. We're trying hard. Today we're going to hit you with Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk. I will say Tation the Don is out this week. He's up there living it up in San Diego. So you have Izzy, your co-host, for the first time, along with special guest. Go ahead and say your name.
Jeremiah.
Okay, to give a brief synopsis of this movie, we're going to make this freaking beautiful and quick. Allied soldiers from Belgium, the British Empire, and France are surrounded by the German army and evacuated during a fierce battle in World War II. Again, like I said, this is Christopher Nolan, so of course there's high expectations of this movie. When I first seen the trailer, it was like a 30-second trailer. It had me hooked like that. Did it live up to its potential? I would say most definitely. Christopher Nolan does it again. You have Hans Zimmer with the score. I would say this is his best score yet to date. I loved it. To give a few things that I've liked about the movie, the casting was perfect. It's not your typical war movie. There's not a lot of character backstory. You don't get like a scene where people are sitting down telling their stories, how they have loved ones back at home. No, it's not like that. This ain't your Pearl Harbor where you have a love triangle. No, it's nitty and gritty. You have these characters, no backstory whatsoever. And to be honest, they don't even say a lot. There's really not that much dialogue in it at all. It's just them looking at each other. They know what they're going through. They have to escape the situation. It's intense. And man, Christopher Nolan just killed it. The cast, you have Mark Rylance, you have Tom Hardy, you have Harry Styles in his first role. I mean, kudos to him too. He killed it. You have a lot of no names, but man, this movie was great. That's just a few of my thoughts right now. Jeremiah, what did you think?
I had to agree. I think the score was amazing. The score really brought you into the movie, and it, like, as soon as you heard that music go off, you were like, what's going to happen next? Because it was like making your heart pound. It was amazing.
There's definitely a lot of intense moments. I'm like,
definitely.
Where you're on the edge of your seat, you're thinking, man, what's going to happen? So I want to say something. I wouldn't consider it as spoilers, but the way Christopher Nolan directs this movie, it's not like a beginning to end movie. You have your time zone. So the first one, there's where these guys are on land. Okay, they're on the beach and they're trying to escape. They're trying to get on every boat possible. They just want to get the heck out of there. And then you have the sea. Of course, if you know the backstory of Dunkirk, you know that a lot of these soldiers were saved by civilian boats. So the sea-wise is you follow this family that's going to Dunkirk to save these soldiers. And then the air, that's where Tom Hardy comes in. He plays a warfighter, a pilot.
Badass pilot.
And he's just
was killing
murking people in the air. So,
crazy.
And then you start to see that he's playing them in different time zones, and you have to kind of like, it's confusing at first. This is why it's a hit or miss.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like it.
At the beginning, I was extremely confused, and I was like getting kind of mad because like I don't have no idea what's going on. Like, did I miss something? Did I not read something right? But then at the end, I was like, it just brought together.
Oh man, in the end, it comes together so perfect. I'm just sitting there astonished, like, man, this dude, like, I love this movie. It's crazy. You have everything in it. It's intense. You're scared for them. You're really in the moment. Like, this movie is about Dunkirk. Like, it's just about the moment. Like, you feel like you were there along with these guys just trying to survive.
Right. And it definitely is a Christopher Nolan movie. It has that very dark, gritty, salty type Dark Knight movie style.
It definitely
it's very
does, yes.
dark. It's very ominous. And I think one of the most beautiful things of this movie was almost no dialogue. I mean, like, you could literally feel how dazed they were. Like, I was talking to you how, like, they would, like, go do this, and they would just, like, very awkwardly walk just because you could just tell they were tired.
Yeah.
And they were giving up, and they just didn't have any fight left in them.
They just look at each other. They know what each other is feeling.
Right.
Is there anything that you didn't like about the movie? Like I said, the whole time thing was confusing at first. I didn't know if I was going to like it, But man, when it all came together, it just did it for me. I was just like, you know what? I'm into it. Like, this is great. I like it.
I mean, I was the same way. That was probably like at the beginning, I was very upset because I was like, should I have read up on Dunkirk so I can get some backstory? Because they didn't really give that much. But once they started putting it together, I was like, they did it right.
And after you watch it, it's going to make you want to read more about Dunkirk.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think that was a great story there to learn about the past and stuff. So let's just go into ratings. What are you gonna give it?
I mean, I think I'd say 4.5, just because it's kind of early in the movie season a little bit, and this definitely is. As for me right now, it is my number one for the year, just because nothing really has come out that has been up to par with this movie.
Great. For me, I know this is the first time me coming at you with the YouTube videos, but man, I gotta get into it. I gotta do it. First movie I'm reviewing, I gotta give it that 5 out of 5. Like I said, I love this movie, man. When it comes out to Blu-ray, I'm definitely gonna buy it.
Oh, definitely.
I wouldn't mind seeing it again in theaters.
Yeah.
It has your sad moments. It has everything. For me, it's perfect. Mark Rylance, he plays this character. This dude has got to get some kind of nomination or something for a supporting cast. He just killed it. Tom Hardy killed it. Tom Hardy barely says anything. He's acting with his eyes again like he did in The Dark Knight, and man, he killed it too. I don't know. It's just astonishing.
This is a very unique movie. I've never seen anything like this, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's totally different, and I think that's why it's got so much mixed reviews, because I don't think people are used to something so different.
Yeah, you're not used to it.
I've never seen anything like it.
Especially if you're all about that character development. If you want to find that one person that you want to stick with, you want to see him to the end and hope he makes it. I mean, this isn't really going to give you that.
And I think that's why I liked it so much, because it didn't give that Hollywood sap story.
Right.
They didn't try to make it like, they didn't try to make up a story like, oh, he's fighting to get back to his girlfriend. I was like, no, this is real stuff.
And you feel for everyone, not just that one person. I wanted to see everybody make it. You know, of course they didn't. And let's talk. I just want to give into real quick about how just realistic it sounded with the planes and the gunfire.
It was almost like creepy, because like in the movie theater you like hear those planes and they wouldn't directly show you what's going on yet, and you're just like grabbing something, just like what the crap's gonna happen.
Exactly. Yeah.
You didn't know if it was enemy planes, if it was their planes. Because every time you hear that, you know something's going to happen bad.
Right.
And Hans Zimmer, always making your heart race. Never knowing what's going to happen.
So, yeah, from beginning to end, I loved it. Edge of my seat. Yeah, and that's about it. That's all we're going to hit you with. Go on our YouTube page. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Comment if you want. Let me know if we're stupid, if we're genius, what you think about the movie. Just let us know, man. Give us some love. Again, it's your co-host. I'm Izzy with special guest Jeremiah. He's going to be here a lot. He's probably going to review the next movie with me, too. Levi's out. We'll probably see him again next week.
Probably Valerian, right?
Yeah, possibly. So, again, the Reelmasters, we love y'all. I'll just say stay frosty.
Peace and love.